Good morning. I'm coming to you from my office today, and a new system, just trying to keep things interesting. Today is Saturday, August 29th, 2020, and believe it or not, this will be the last update for the month of August. Tomorrow is Sunday. I hope to see you. We'll talk about that in a minute. I hope you see me. And also, Monday, I will not be giving an update because next week I'm going to a new schedule. Remember, I'll be giving you an update on Tuesday at 11, on Thursday at 11, and on Saturday in the evening after 6:30. You should be able to find that. So those will be the times that we'll meet next week: Tuesday morning, Thursday morning, and Saturday evening. It's important that we're able to stay nimble, that I can get updates out to you. And so I hope that each member of Elmira Baptist Church and those who consider Elmira Baptist Church to be your church would watch these updates so that you can stay informed. I often have been doing birthdays and anniversaries at this point, but let me push those off, and I'm going to put those in tomorrow's Sunday school hour. So look for let me take a drink. Look for the Sunday school class to be available sometime midnight if you stay up that late, but if not, when you wake up tomorrow morning. So let's talk about what we're going to do tomorrow. I'm looking outside. Yep, there's some smoke out there, and I'm hoping that the smoke will blow over. It's supposed to be relatively warm tomorrow morning, not too hot, and the current plan is to meet outside at 10 o'clock in the morning. Those of you that can drive in, please feel free to do that. Those of you that want to join us on the concrete slab, and of course, some of you will choose to join us by live stream. Look forward to seeing you. Let me just say this about the live stream. I know that it can get easy to just sort of, kick back and, okay, yeah, we'll get to the live stream when it's convenient and watch it in your pajamas. Would you do me a favor tomorrow? If you know the Lord wants you to watch the live stream, I get that. But would you determine to get up, spend your time with God if you spend it in the morning, have a breakfast or maybe a coffee, whatever would help you be prepared, and then get dressed, put on your Sunday best, and come join us at 10 o'clock. Be there sharp, right when we begin, and join us for that live stream tomorrow morning. We'll meet inside tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock, and yes, I'm aware of what the government's mandates are. But we did not stop meeting in March because the government forbid us to meet. We don't believe the government has a God-given right and authority to tell us when to meet, how to meet, whether to sing. What we believe is that when times are dangerous, sometimes God may have us suspend our meetings for a few weeks as we watch what happens. Well, we watch what happened, and we recognize that the coronavirus is a serious illness that kills people. So we want to take every precaution. That's one reason we meet outside. It's much safer to meet outside, we understand, than inside. But let me ask you tomorrow to come to the service in the evening, and I'm helping myself here. Come in the evening with your... Oops, hope you're still there. Come in the evening with your mask. Would you? Bring it. Here it is. Here's mine. I'm going to put this on and plan to wear it tomorrow evening, just for safety's sake. You say, well, a mask is going to make it worse. I don't think so. I don't think you really believe that. If you were getting ready to go in for surgery, would you want your doctor and your nurse to scrub up and wear a surgical mask? Of course you would. I mean, just makes sense, right? A little bit of a barrier between them and you. That's what we're asking you to do tomorrow night, if you would. I'll do my best to wear mine when we meet inside. I know I'm just as bad as the rest of us. But let's do that tomorrow night, 5 o'clock. Again, we'll live stream that service as well, and hope that if you choose to join us by live stream, you won't put on your pajamas and get your cup of coffee ahead of time. You'll dress the way you would dress if you were planning to join us here at the building, and just enjoy some time with God and with His people. There is a Singspiration tomorrow. We have a couple of people who have things to present, and I'm looking forward to that tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. The children will meet tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, and they will meet inside in the ministry room. So if you bring grandchildren or children tomorrow, please feel free to take them directly there. Now, I have a prayer request for us this morning. Betty Perkins' brother, Lawrence. We've been praying for Lawrence Gould now for some time. He passed away yesterday on Friday. So please pray for Betty and for her family during this time of her loss. And don't forget, continue to pray for Laura Chan and her family. Her mother passed away Monday, and also for Beth Chick and the Chick family. Her husband, Bob Chick, a good friend of Scotty and Cindy Sanderson's, passed away on Monday as well. All right, take your Bibles and let's take a look at Luke chapter 10. Luke chapter 10. Sorry about all this weirdness going on here. Just a second. There you go. I'm trying to keep my iPad propped up, and the iPad, anyway, it's not important. Luke chapter 10 with me. This is a well-known passage. It's about Mary and Martha. And you know the story. I'm going to read it to you in a second here. But Jesus comes to Mary and Martha's house, and you know what Martha says? Listen, the most important thing I can do for this guy is get him something to eat. Make him feel at home, make him feel comfortable. Mary, on the other hand, she says, you know, the most important thing I can do for this guy is listen, to sit at his feet and listen to what he has to say. Here's the story from the Bible, Luke chapter 10, verse 38. Now it came to pass, as they went, that he entered into a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha received him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word. But Martha was cumbered about much serving, and came to him and said, Lord, dost thou not care that my sister hath left me to serve alone? Bid her therefore that she help me. And Jesus answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needful. And Mary hath chosen that good part which shall not be taken away from her. This is a difficult time for all of us. For some of us, it's because there are pressures from work. Maybe for some of us because there is no work, because our jobs have been ended and we don't know what is next for us. This is a difficult time for some of us because we have sick loved ones and we would like to think that they don't have the virus, but maybe they do. This is a difficult time because there's an election coming up. And frankly, I was just talking with people this morning. It's a frustrating election. But you know what? We can't be too busy to spend time at the feet of Jesus. We can't be so harried and troubled that we don't spend time at the feet of Jesus. Now, not everyone is this way, but there are Christians, and I know some very personally, very close to me, that the response when things get harried is to try to serve others more, even to serve God more. You're the one that volunteers, hey, I'll do it. Choose me, Pastor, you need something done, I'll do it. I am so grateful for people like that. We need more laborers at Elmira Church who are willing to just volunteer and take on any task. But don't forget to spend time with Jesus first. I'm often asked as a pastor, things, we experience reverses, things happen that we don't like, that are painful for us. And people have asked me, so Pastor, how do you do it? How do you keep focused? How do you keep going when things go against you? Well, I have to spend time with Jesus every day. Now, I'll be frank, some days I should give it more attention, more heart, but I have to spend time with Jesus every day. It has to be profitable for me. It has to be meaningful for me. It involves spending time in His Word, reading it. It involves spending time on my knees in prayer. It involves spending time meditating on His Word. And you need that too every day. Not just 1 or 2 minutes. 5 minutes in His Word, 5 minutes in prayer, 10 minutes in His Word, 10 minutes in prayer. Can you give Him 15 minutes in prayer where you'll just push out the distractions and spend time with Him? Someone recently described it this way. It goes worship, walk, then work. That is, we spend time worshiping God, meditating on who He is, on His goodness. We do that in prayer. Then that changes our walk. That's our behavior. It changes, starting on the inside with my attitudes. It changes my attitudes, and that gets pushed out into my actions. And then it allows me to work, to serve God. Without a sense of obligation, God, if I do this, you have to do this. If I preach this sermon and I give it my all, people better come forward. If I go out and I knock on people's doors and nobody gets saved, then I'm not that type of work. A work that's voluntarily given to Jesus. And He can do what He wants with that. And as He is a good God, every good gift, every perfect gift is from above. So often He blesses us in that work. So again, it's worship, then our walk, and then our work. Let's not get that out of order and try to work without worship, work without the change in our walk that God wants. Worship, then walk, then work. I hope that's an encouragement to you. God is in control. He is sovereign. He is the ruler. And we'll worship Him tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I hope you'll join us, either in person or through this medium of live stream tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Until then, may God bless you.